Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Yoshi's Cookie for Super Nintendo. We have recently completed Puzzle Mode, and now it is time to show off the other modes of Yoshi's Cookie. Starting with Versus Mode, which is the two-player mode of the game. And as you can see, it's kind of like Bust a Move, Puyo Puyo, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. It's like that. Might as well go ahead and go over the options here. You can choose between two-player, which is the default, in case you have somebody who wants to play with you, or versus computer, which is strictly one-player mode. Time speed. This is how quickly the fuse on your playfield burns, in addition to your character stats. I'll go into detail about that shortly. Handicap. You're playing for points. This lets you balance the playing field between experienced and inexperienced players. And let's say I gave myself a handicap of 20. I need 25 points to win the game. If I give myself a handicap of 20, that means I need 5 more points in order to win the game at the very beginning. I'm actually going to keep it at 0 because that makes it more exciting for the purposes of this video. And of course we have 3 music types. We've already heard all of them in puzzle mode, but here's A, B, and C. And of course you can turn it off if you want to, but I'm just going to go ahead and keep it on A. When you press start on the first screen after you have your options all set, be sure you have them all set, you get to choose your character and that of your opponent in case you're playing on Versus Com. You have 4 characters to choose from: Mario, Yoshi, Princess Peach, and Bowser, and they all have their own individual stats. Attack is how long events last when you send them your opponent's way. You can attack your opponent. The longer the bar, the stronger it's going to be. Defense. It dictates how long attacks against you last. Again, this time, the longer it is, the stronger it's going to be. In case of defense, if it's a big bar, it's going to last half as long. And if it's a small bar, it's going to last twice as long. Mess is message. It's how quickly the message box changes. The smaller the bar, the quicker it's going to change messages. These messages are the attacks that you're going to send towards your opponent, as well as the attacks that your opponent can send towards you. And lim is limit. That's how quickly your fuse burns. The longer the bar, the slower it's going to burn. We're going to play against Mario here. He has no strengths or weaknesses. He has a decent attack, a decent defense, decent message board speed, and of course, his fuse will burn pretty slowly. I might as well go ahead and do a mirror match because why not? We'll make it more exciting. And when you pick a character, you can actually give them initials. That way you can tell them apart. I'm just going to name myself PW. And yeah, I might as well go ahead and do another Mario here. Press start here. UNC, I'm not quite sure what that is. I know if you press start, the game automatically gives your character its own set of initials. And here's the playfield. You're up top. To the side of you is your fuse. When that goes all the way down, you lose the round because you took too much time. That fuse is basically your timer. You also have those 3 small boxes that dictate how many times you've won in the round. Below your character is the message board, which signifies what attack you can send. Below that is a playfield, the number of points you have to the right of the playfield or left or whatever. And below all that is the time speed for your character. It'll make sense in time. As soon as you're ready, press start, and it's time to move cookies into place. You want to get 5 in a row, either vertically or horizontally, in order to score a point. As you do this, you and your opponent can attack each other. If your character is holding a no, that means the attack you send will be beneficial to you, and they're holding an X, it will not be beneficial to you. And if they're not holding anything, it's not really going to matter either way. Now, there are 3 kinds of attacks. There's Panic, which basically jumbles up all your cookies. There's Blind, which covers up the center of the playfield, making it harder to see what you're doing. And there's Slave, which lets you move your opponent's cursor in addition to your own. And I managed to get quite a few combos there on complete accident. That's what I get for trying to talk and play at the same time. In order to send out these attacks, you must have Yoshi cookies, and you must create an entire line of 5 Yoshi cookies in order to send the attacks. That message box said UNC -3. UNC is obviously my opponent, and I was holding an O. That means that attack was beneficial to me. That -3 means that my opponent, UNC, lost 3 points. It is possible to gain 3 points with the Yoshi cookies, it is possible to lose 3 points with the Yoshi cookies, and it's possible to gain 7 points with the Yoshi cookies, in addition to the 3 attacks that I mentioned. And you want to be very careful, you want to watch for those X's and O's. Don't do the Yoshi cookie combos when your character is holding an X, because it is possible for you to hurt yourself and accidentally help your opponent while in the process of making it to being the first to 25 points. Whoever is the first to 25 points will obviously win this. And this is, of course, a best of 3 competition. And me talking a whole lot, well, I've kind of given my opponent an edge. Sadly. Let's see if I can give myself some more points. There we go. I'm going to be very careful with what you're doing. And what do you know? I made it to 25 first. Beat the other guy by 3. And now we do this until one person wins 3 rounds. So it's basically best 3 out of 5. As you can see, this can be very, very addicting. I never played the versus mode very much as a kid, to be honest. But I do like the concept, and I appreciate it more even now. So it's kind of cool that there is a mode like this in the game. And I just accidentally hurt myself. I should not have had that row there. I also forgot how to mention getting Yoshi cookies. You have to get 5 in a row in order to get a Yoshi cookie. If you get 2 or more rows set up and clear simultaneously, you'll get 5 Yoshi cookies. And I'm now in the slave attack. Sadly, he did not do very much. Unfortunately for him. And let's see if I can get myself some more points. Awesome, I can. And well, that didn't really help him much. But I can do this. And he's clearing out a lot of rows right there. I have a tendency to not pay attention to what my opponent is doing. And as you can see, sometimes it really does not work in my favor. I did do a few practice runs. I wouldn't say practice runs, I'd rather say practice rounds. Just to see how well I would do. And I didn't do that badly, to be honest. I think I only lost like maybe 1 round. But I ended up winning best 3 out of 5 nonetheless. And if you hear that little timer there, that little beeping noise, that means that either your fuse or your opponent's fuse is about to go down. And if the fuse goes all the way down, whoever fuse went all the way down, their playfield explodes and the other person automatically gets the win. And I'm actually doing pretty well for myself. despite having to deal with the Let's Play curse. Trying not to complicate this as I do things. For some reason, I seem to be doing a bang-up job of not messing this up royally. Oh, the hearts are over there. And it is very much possible to get so many Yoshi cookies that it's hard to get a non-Yoshi cookie combo. In that case, you do have to deal with the consequences of your actions. And you may have to bite the bullet sometimes, depending on what character you're playing as. And I seem to be getting Yoshi cookie combos when my Mario isn't holding an X or an O. So this is actually going really well. But I need to make more combos soon, otherwise... Well, great, my opponent has already gotten the lead. Well, that wasn't very smart. I do want to do this, though. Why am I clearing rows for my opponents? That was not a smart idea. Oh boy. I'm not gonna win 3 in a row, am I? Thankfully, that kind of messed him up a little bit. Great, I'm in slave again. There we go. I want to pay attention to my opponent's other things, and thankfully I didn't accidentally mess it up for myself, but I managed to win this one by 1 point. Also, Mario makes little squeaking noises in this game. If you've already played action mode before you play the versus mode, you kind of know about the little squeaky noises that Mario makes. And they're kind of funny, to be honest. I guess Charles Martinet couldn't really do the voices for this game, but, well, they did the best that they could to, you know, differentiate the characters in some way. Because all the other characters have voices too, and you're gonna hear them eventually. And this went on a little longer than I expected it to. I guess I may as well do 1 versus mode match per video. So yeah, I might as well go ahead and do it that way. And whenever somebody makes it to 3 wins, you get this result screen where you see the winner and the loser, and then you can press start and go back to the title screen. But we're going to be going back the versus mode here, and we're going to play on music type B and play as Yoshi next time. So until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!